Meantime, outside of that room and all throughout the Capitol, images unlike anything we've seen in recent history. Hundreds of National Guard soldiers sleeping in the halls of one of the country's most sacred institutions, a symbol of democracy itself. 20,000 soldiers have now been activated and deployed to D.C. That is more than 3 times the number of troops stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan. Their mission is to protect D.C. ahead of President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration next week. Guard members in D.C. growing by the day as the FBI warns of more possible unrest and violence in the days leading up to the presidential transition and that official inaugural ceremony. Also today, just a sign of how worried officials are, Airbnb announced it is canceling and blocking all reservations in the D.C. metro area next week, citing those warnings from the feds. Tonight, calls from city leaders and even from Mr. Biden himself for Americans to just stay home next Wednesday, the 20th. NewsNation correspondent Michael Shore live for us in D.C. tonight with more on this extraordinary show of security. Michael.
Extraordinary, a perfect word, Rob. Good evening to you. We are on the National Mall inside a perimeter, but even within that perimeter, there's another perimeter here. This is where people would essentially go to watch, at least at a great distance, the inauguration. And like you said, there is an unbelievable presence of security inside of Washington, D.C., and we took a closer look at that. With the solemnity of a historic second presidential impeachment causing members of Congress to return to Washington, D.C. and make their way to the House floor, there has been another unprecedented influx to this city, that of the National Guard. To give a taste of the security that's being put in place here in the Capitol, still, it increases every day. That's the Supreme Court building behind me. There you see the non-scalable fencing that was put in around there. You have to remember, in the Democratic caucus call that happened yesterday, they said they're going to surround the Supreme Court. And then what you see here is a massive mobilization of National Guardsmen and women. These are coming from all over the country, and they're staying here on the Capitol, some of them sleeping on the floor of the Capitol Visitor Center. I had a Capitol police officer earlier tell me that some of them are sleeping in committee rooms on Capitol Hill, and they're coming again in numbers that have never been seen in the Capitol. Up to 20,000 now is the number that are going to be here in Washington until the inauguration. This is a security stronghold with a perimeter that is virtually impermeable unless you have to be here on the grounds of the Capitol. A mere 7 days after the Capitol was stormed by violent riots, members of Congress have noted the security changes. How do you feel coming back to Washington now, being here and seeing what's going on in the city?
It feels more like walking into Baghdad, where I expected this challenge to democracy as a United States Marine. I never expected it here in Washington, D.C.
As we walked into the Capitol complex with a Capitol police officer, I saw scores of guards who had just shifted from on to off duty, eating, sleeping, and relaxing before their next turns.
I represent Fort Campbell Military Base, and it seems like there are more troops around the Capitol building now than are stationed at Fort Campbell.
The Capitol Visitor Center, usually teeming with tourists, is, as we saw today, a dispatch point for the dispersal of all of the military backup set to secure the entire city ahead of Joe Biden's inauguration as president next week.
We got a lot of soldiers out here, and everyone's just motivated. Everyone's happy to be out here, and you know, it feels good to do something purposeful, you know, especially with the beautiful scenery.
It is scenery, though, that Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser says is best seen from afar for now. She has urged visitors to stay away for 7 days, and today popular home-sharing company Airbnb has canceled all reservations in Washington for the next week. Contrasted with the events of last week, President Trump today released a video imploring Americans to remain peaceful in the coming days.
There must be no violence, no law-breaking, and no vandalism of any kind.
Even with as much law enforcement as is present, the flags at half-staff in remembrance of 2 fallen Capitol police officers stand as a stark reminder that the security isn't about today.
You can see the presence already of some of the Guard, and we see more officers around, so it feels safe. I think the real test, of course, will come on January 20th.
So much security, Rob, put in place here to ensure what we've heard so much about recently, and that is a peaceful transfer of power to happen here next week.